All right, guys, welcome back to another Grand Cross video. Now, I made this poll a day ago, actually, and I guess it's not a poll, but it's more of a post. And I asked you guys to comment 10 units that you would like to see get buffed in Grand Cross, excluding festival units, obviously. And I said I might make this into a video, so here we are, right? So we got 36 comments, and I was looking at them here and there, but I didn't want to read them in depth or anything like that until I actually decided to go ahead and make a video. And I like doing this with you guys, so I'll keep finding things to ask you guys and comment in the post, because I like doing this. So I like keeping you guys interactive with me and whatnot. So let's go ahead and let's just look at the comments. So the first comment we'll read. So these 10: Red Shin, Blue Melascula, Blue Hendrickson, Red Skinny King, Red Roxy, Red Estarossa, Green Fat King, Red Fat King, Green Gloxinia, and Red Hauser. Okay. All right, that's actually a really good list. The only one I would say probably you could maybe get rid of on the list is Red Shin. I feel like Red Shin just needs a good partner, and he'll be fine. Like, let's be honest, because he guarantees himself crits. Whenever an enemy is debuffed, he guarantees a crit. So really, you don't need to buff him, because if he gets his passive, off, he's gonna hit decently, right? He could even hit hard depending on the team setup you have. He just needs a good partner. I feel like with Margasil, I feel like he might actually pop off because she can increase damage. She just doesn't have a debuff, but if you have someone who AoE debuffs like Keo, for example, or Green Green Gother, you'll be fine, right? You'll be fine. So he maybe could use a buff, but I don't see how they would buff him. Blue Melascula could use a buff. Definitely, I could see that with her skills. They could, put her detonate damage a little higher. They could buff the detonate AoE damage in general in the game. Blue Hendrickson just needs a full-on revamp. He needs a full-on revamp. Red Skinny King, yeah, he needs one. So this is a good list. This is actually a really, really good list. The person on this list that I feel feels like that I need the most, right, is probably Blue Hendrickson, right? I feel like he needs this the most. Blue Hendrickson definitely needs a buff. Like, out of everyone, he needs a buff. So it's a pretty good list, a really, really good list. So let's keep going. Zanari, Sario, Oslo and a Hawk, Green Demon Melly, Slime Collab characters, Beatrice, Will, Mike, Old. Wow, okay, that's more than 10 units, but okay, I can see it. Sario's fine. I think honestly Sario's fine. He's a very, very good PvE character. He does his job well. I think he is absolutely fine. I think he's still a phenomenal red unit, so I think he's fine. Oslo and Hawk could use a buff, but they're seasonal characters, right? They only come back here and there. It's not like you're gonna always see them around. But I mean, I guess I think they're fine. I think the blue one needs one probably more than the red, but I think the red one is fine how they are. And then the blue one definitely could. Green Demon Melly, I think honestly Green Demon Meliodas is fine. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you, Green Demon Meliodas is actually pretty solid. Like, he's still a solid unit. Now that we're getting more blue units, he is he's fine. I think he can honestly compete. It's not like when the one Escanor first released, right? And he was just completely just decimated in every way possible. No, he can compete now. He definitely can compete. Slime collab characters, definitely. Beatrice, 100% agree. Will and Mike, definitely. Old Wands and all Merlins. Okay, I like this list. This is a good list. This is a good list, even though it was way more than 10 when but it was a good list. It was a good list. All right, let's see what this guy's 10 is. Every R character, every SR character, so right there, that's more than 10. All Gale Thunders, Hauser, Greyamores, all the Bonds, Green SSR Meliodas, Liz, all Deannes, Gloxinia, and Gallon. Okay, that's a pretty good list. I feel like Gallon and Gloxinia definitely needed. All Deannes, well, maybe not every single Deanne, right? But they all could use maybe a basic stats buff or something like that. All the Liz, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Green Demon Meliodas is fun. Green Captain Meliodas. Okay, Green Captain Meliodas, definitely 100% agree with that. All the Bonds, agree. Greyamore, agree. Hauser, agree. Yeah, I agree with the list. I agree with the whole list. All right, let's keep going. Let's see this, guys. He says Twigo. Twigo? I mean, I guess. Twig, I don't know why Twigo. I mean, I guess, right? Sure. I'm trying to think why Twigo out of every character. Why Twigo? Anyway, let me keep going. Camilla, yes, Camilla definitely needs one. Titan Aaron, for Rimuru, okay. Blue Gallon, Blue Hendrickson, Red Fat King, Awakened Lilia, Green Grimoire, and Golden Wings Elaine. Okay. I think Awakened Lilia, I mean, honestly, she's okay. She could maybe use a little bit of a buff, right, with her her stats. But otherwise, I think she's actually decent. Like, if we're just being honest, I think she's actually still decent. She might not be a crazy PvP character, but if you have her and you use her, she's not like, her damage is going to be terrible, but she can actually support the team. She has this which can heal. She has this with AoE ult depletion. This removes buffs on all enemies. So I think I think she's a decent option. I don't think she's a top tier unit at all whatsoever, but her basic stats and her sub stats could be increased a little bit, right? This could easily go up to 50% crit chance, 170% damage. So I think she's actually still pretty decent. Golden Wings Elaine, yes, definitely. She definitely needs one, because Golden Wings Elaine had so much potential. Like she just does. Oh wait, with the update, I think you can just type in her thing, right? Golden Wings Elaine. Yes, you can. Okay, yeah. With her, she did get buffed. She did actually get buffed, but they only changed it from what was it before? 8% to 12%, which is pretty good. However, the thing is, they should have just made this first part attack-related stats. I don't know why they just decided to leave out attack. If this were attack-related stats, it would be so much better. Like, it's insane how much better it would actually be, but they didn't, right? So instead, they just decided to, leave out attack, which, I mean, to each their own, but I feel like that would have just been way better than this right here. And it's crazy because leaving out just one thing, right? Leaving out attack is such a big difference. It makes such a big difference. But yeah, I agree with this list. I definitely agree with this list. Definitely, for sure. I agree. Let's see. Deanne, any bond except Fest Bond, obviously. Mono, Gila, Hauser, Nanashi, Monspeed, Gallon, Helbram, and Rimuru. Okay. I feel like the Monspeeds, they could use a buff. They could definitely use a buff. I don't know how they would, but they could. Nanashi, I feel like it's fine. I don't think Nanashi needs to be buffed. I think he's actually pretty good. Hauser could use a buff. I think, honestly, when we go up to his passive could just be changed from 8 to 20 or 15. I think that'd be good for him, and then he'd be okay. Gila, yeah, definitely, I agree. This whole list I agree with. Let's see. Camilla needs one badly. Yeah, so everyone keeps saying Camilla. Like, Camilla definitely does need one for sure, because Camilla, she has been shown no love, because this is her only card. This is the only card she has in the entire game. This is it. That's it. Which is insane because, we have 3 Valentis, 3 Eastons, 2 Shins, 3 Roxys. We have duplicates of all the disaster OCs, right? Except Camilla, and I don't know why. I just don't understand. She does have this, which is similar to Goddess Elizabeth, which is nice, right? Because, she can obviously cancel stances and she can stun, which is cool. But then her second skill, Lifesteal AoE, not strong at all, by the way. It's really not. She has to take damage to increase her HP related stats. If there are 5 or more of this effect, she does remove the buffs and she deletes one hero skill and completely feels like, I feel like this is too much. I honestly feel like her passive is way too much. If it were just increases HP related stats by maybe honestly like 7% at the start of turn, and then if there are 5 or more of these, or let's say 5 or more of this effects, she would just completely fill her ultimate move gauge. That's it, right? She doesn't need all this extra bull crap in her passive at all. So yeah, I feel like she definitely could. Plus, she is a transformation unit, which transformation units have been shown little to no love at all whatsoever. I think was she the last transformation character, or was it Aaron? I can't remember, but I believe it was Aaron who was the last transformation unit, but I'm not sure. I'm not too certain on that, but she does transform. It's pretty cool because she removes debuffs from allies and buffs from enemies, and then she decreases the enemy's max HP by 4% for each buff removed. So that's pretty damn sweet, actually. That's not bad at all. And then obviously, get her up higher with the multiplier. It's even better. So it is strong, and then, she just becomes she does become pretty decent when she transforms, because she has a single target charge and AoE spike skill, and her crit chance is not bad at all, 60% at base. So you use this, you're gonna pretty much be critting with the right setup. You're gonna crit often. She gets a 12% buff when she super awakens, so it's really nice. Like, it's actually really, really nice. So I mean, yeah, she does need a buff, like, desperately. Like, she needs one. She needs a new unit. She needs a lot. Like, she just needs a lot. I can make a whole video going over Camilla. She just needs a lot. Rose. Okay, Rose. Can I just say literally any unit with 30% or under in a certain stat? I mean, you're not wrong. For example, like Princess Ellie, 3% pierce rate. Gila could be a good bond team addition, but her subsets are so bad it's unreal. You get the idea? Yeah, no, I agree. I don't understand why. That is actually a really good example with Ellie. I don't understand why they decided to, because let's just take a look at the newest Elizabeth and Hawk to drop. What in the actual shit were they thinking with her substats? Like 20% crit resistance, 15% crit chance, 0% regeneration, 0% lifesteal, 30% crit. Like, it's abysmal. Like, it's actually just like sad at this point. And if we take a look at any of the other Elizabeths, like, let's just look at the green one, right? 0% freaking pierce rate? What? Like, why? I mean, her regeneration is actually really insane. Wow, 20%. That's actually really, really good. But then you got 30% crit chance, 40%. She has higher crit resistance and crit defense than Ellie Hawk that just dropped. That's insane. Like, that's actually really, really crazy. And considering that, she can get even higher, it's insane. It's literally just insane. But I agree. Like, they really do need to stop with the under 30% substats and stuff like that, because it's just annoying at this point. It's not even funny. It's just annoying. So I think you're right about that, Rose. I think you definitely are correct with this statement right here. All right, not 10. I just need 1 in SSR with Tweego's passive. Sure, they could easily do that, but I don't know if it'd be that good, because really Tweego's passive only benefits red characters. So if you make a SSR with Tweego's passive, that unit is literally only buffing red units. So I don't know how helpful it would be, but sure. Let's see. Red Zeldris, red Gil, red Escanor, green Valenti, the weapon researcher version, green Fraudrin, blue Melascula, green Monspeed. Wow, he picked a really, this is a really strong list. Hold on, I actually like this list. I think red Zeldris is fine. I actually don't think he needs a buff, believe it or not. I think he's actually pretty solid still. Red Gil Thunder definitely needs one, because red Gil Thunder, look at his resistance. Look at his resistance. He has 5% resistance, 15% pierce rate, 15% crit chance, and then his substats are so bad that it's laughable. It's so bad at what they did with this unit. Now, his passive helps with his resistance. It does, but it doesn't really, like matter when it's at 5%. If this were at 20%, it'd be so much better. It'd be so much better. But I mean, I get what they were trying to do because he is a start of the game unit. I get what they were doing because if at the start of the game, if he would have had like 20% resistance, topple on that with an extra 100% resistance, he would have been able to be touched. Plus, he has this, this taunt which reduces damage. He would have been able to be touched. But now he needs a definitely revamp, a buff, whatever you want to call it. I think both the Escanors are actually okay. I think they're both fine. Red Escanor, I would say, if anything, would probably need more, like a buff more than the green version. Valenti, she's okay, she's not the best unit, but she's okay. I'll give her, she's okay. Green Fraudrin, he definitely needs one. He needs one, like, just very, very badly, because he is a unit like, Ludociel, who benefits off of the enemies having lower CC. However, since, obviously the game keeps progressing, him being at this much CC hurts him so bad. It hurts him a lot. I feel like they should, at this point, they should remove this part and just, honestly, at the start of turn, they shouldn't be able to gain ultimate move gauge for 2 turns. I feel like it should just be that at the start of turn, enemies cannot gain ultimate move gauge for 2 turns. I feel like that just would be better, because there's no way, even if they buff his substats and stuff, that his his CC would be high enough to compete. There's just no way. Like, I don't care. There's no way in hell he would be able to compete. So just get rid of the lower CC part and just be like, at the start of turn, enemies will not be able to gain ultimate move gauge for 2 turns. I feel like that'd be good. His X-Store is fine. This is fine, honestly. I do feel like maybe they could make this right here a rank 2. It cancels buffs and removes, and cancels stances and stuff like that on rank 2. I feel like that would be good. Up the multiplier to like, 160, maybe 260, and then like 350 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think otherwise, Oh, also change his substats. His substats are terrible. 100, like, why? On the off chance that he would ever crit, it ain't even gonna do much damage. Like, this is one of the lowest crit damage percentages in the game. It's terrible. It's actually laughable. 20% to his crit defense related stats. He's just, I don't know what they were thinking. It sucks too. Matrona definitely could use one. I'm on the side that Matrona definitely could use one. And honestly, they don't even have to do much to make her good. They really don't. Besides buffing obviously her stats, just make this, it can stay the exact same, and just remove the exclusion of PvP. That's all they have to do. If she can use this in PvP, I think she's fine. I think she's literally okay. Disabling attack skills, okay, sure, right? That's a good skill. A good skill. If they wanted to, I guess they could make this a power strike instead of disables attack skills. Again, like I said with Green Fraudrin, if they just upped the multipliers and made this part of her of her skill on a rank 2, they'd be good. And then I feel like this is okay. It could potentially be changed to maybe like, I don't know, shatter or something like that, but otherwise I think it's fine. Like, again, they don't really have to do much besides buffing her her stats and stuff. I think she honestly could be pretty damn good if they just allowed this in PvP. That's all they gotta do. But yeah, so how long is it? This video is probably going on a long time, right? This video is probably going on a long time, but I just want to make sure I'm reading all of these, all this stuff, because wow, DNs, oh my god, okay, a lot of DNs there. But yeah, so pretty much what I'm going through this list and I'm seeing everyone pretty much has the same mindset that they need to buff like Camilla, Matrona, Deanne's, either or the Deanne's, Gloxinia. Oh, Bellion's a good one. He needs more damage multiplier on AoE. Yes, that is true. They need to do a lot of stuff with characters in this game. I feel like if they just added a easy A or a Zenkai, not a Zenkai, an easy A, please, dear God, not a Zenkai, but an easy A type of thing to this game, it would help so much. Like, it's actually crazy how much it would help. Like, That's all they got to do. And it's not even that tough. I don't know why they won't or why they're hesitant, but they definitely should. Because there's like, look at all these comments. There's so many characters in this game that they could buff and it wouldn't even be a problem. We have over 60 characters in the game and maybe 20% are used. Yeah, maybe like 20%. So I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard because of the fact that it's just buffing old units. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to do it every week, do it every 2 weeks or something like that. But buff these units, man. Give them some love, let them shine. But I digress. Hopefully Netmarble listens and, hopefully they decide to buff old units in the future. But with that said, guys, I'm going to end the video. If you did enjoy, go ahead and leave a like for the algorithm. Comment below a unit that you want to see buffed. If I didn't get to it, I'm sorry. There was a lot of them, and I don't want to make this like 40 minutes or something like that. So yeah, guys, hopefully you did enjoy it. And as always, you guys already know, I will see you all next time.